Hello, everybody. Welcome to Candidates Corner. This is Greater Seattle Korean Association's interviews with candidates and electeds. And today we're very pleased and excited to have Representative Amy Walen here with us. Hello, Amy. Welcome. Representative Walen is currently our state representative for Legislative District 48. And she's currently running for state senator. And so before we start and just have Representative Walen just share her thoughts, again, as a reminder, this is not an endorsement, but rather Candidates Corner is so that you as a voter can make more informed decisions about who we're voting into office as far as our candidates and elected. So Representative Walen, the first question we wanted to ask you is you served as both state representative and mayor. How have those experiences shaped your vision for serving in the state Senate? Yeah.
Thank you so much for the question, and thank you very much for listening to this interview. I was very pleased and privileged to serve on the Kirkland City Council for 9 years, and I served as mayor for 4. And I've been in the House of Representatives representing the 48th Legislative District for the last 6 years. That is parts of Kirkland, Redmond, Bellevue, Medina, and the Points communities. And I think what I've learned most about being an elected official is that it is important to represent your district first. I work for the people of the 48th Legislative District, and I work also for all of the people in the state of Washington. So I don't work for the political party that I'm a part of. I am a Democrat, but I don't work for the party, and I don't work for allies and advocates. Advocates do a wonderful job working to advance positions in Olympia, but I work for you, the people that I represent who voted for me, and the people who didn't vote for me. That's the other thing that I've learned about elected office is that you work for all the people in the district, whether they voted for you or not. So my office, you're currently your state representative. So in my office, we currently work for you. More voices make better policy. I have learned that if there's a 50-50 disagreement about an issue, we haven't worked hard enough to solve it. Almost all of our problems can be solved by working together. It is a great honor to be elected, and with that, I carry the dignity and importance of the people and their hearts and their families. So I never forget that the dignity that I carry in this office is the dignity that belongs to the people that I represent. I also have learned that government can do good things for people. It always must be held accountable because it takes very important resources from working families and businesses. And so we need to hold our government accountable for results. But the power of government to do good things is very strong. We built the village at Totem Lake. We built a neighborhood. We built a bridge. We built so many good things, and we've declared our community to be welcoming and inclusive to all people. And that power of government can be used to do very good things. So thank you for that question.
Thank you, Representative Walen. So our second question is, what are the top issues you're hearing from constituents in District 48, and how do you plan to address them?
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
The top issues, and I've been speaking to all kinds of constituents all the time as part of my job, but because I'm running for office now, I'm calling voters and I'm knocking on their doors and asking for their opinions about what they need from their state senator. And the main concerns in our district are, and I think this is not just our district but everywhere, are affordability of groceries, of fuel for cars, of insurance, of just getting by, trying to raise a family, or being on a fixed income. The second is housing, that we haven't done a great job of making sure that our seniors can age in place in their own hometown. And how can we get people who are in a big 4-bedroom home and maybe they've outgrown that and they'd like to stay in their own hometown? We haven't really planned for enough housing for seniors. And finally, always public safety is an issue. So we treasure our safe communities on the east side, and particularly in the 48th Legislative District. We are a wonderful place to raise a family, to start a business, and to grow older. with our families by us, and we can only do that if we have safety. So my plan to tackle those issues is to support our public safety personnel, make sure that they have all of the resources that they need to do their jobs, to make sure that we have good response to behavioral health crises and that kind of challenge. Affordability, we need to examine the cost drivers of what is making food expensive. Are we supporting our farmers? Are we supporting our grocery stores? Do we know why insurance costs are going up? And I could talk about this issue a lot, but we as government have the ability to control the cost of living. And housing, of course. I've been working on housing for 15 years. Complete communities have a place for the very little kids to the very senior grandparents. And that, keeping those families together, a part of doing that is creating housing opportunities for all people. And there are many ways that we can do that with permitting, making sure that our governments are accountable, that our fees are reasonable, and that we do smart planning to make sure there's a home for every person in our district.
Amazing, Representative Walen. Thank you very much. And then finally, how do you plan to support small businesses, working families, and communities of color, immigrant communities in our region? Yeah.
Thank you so much for that question. When I was a little girl, my mother remarried an Australian man, and we moved to Australia. My mother was an entrepreneur. She was a florist, and in every town we lived in New Zealand for a while, and we lived in a town called Toowoomba in Australia, and then we lived in Brisbane. And in my hometown in Oregon, my mother always had a business. She started a flower shop. So I very much understand the challenges of being an entrepreneur. My stepfather was an entrepreneur. My father was an entrepreneur. My husband is an entrepreneur. He's a Hyundai dealer. And I am the bookkeeper for our business. So I very much understand the challenges of being in business. And that is partly why I run for office. It's to support small businesses and make sure that our government is supporting our small businesses and that we keep the economy of Washington vibrant, strong, and also diversified, that we support farmers and retail and manufacturing. All of these make for a strong economy. We want to encourage tech, but we don't want to always have tech as the sole industry that we rely on. We want a diverse economy. And when we have a diverse economy, we support working families, because then we have family wage jobs. We hold our businesses accountable to provide great benefits and working conditions. And that is the opportunity that we have, is where we support small businesses, and that supports working families, and it supports entrepreneurs, and it supports people of color, and it supports the Asian American communities that are so important in the 48th Legislative District. More than half of our district are people of color. Those are my neighbors, my community members, and of course I work for all of my district, and these communities are what keep us strong, diverse, vibrant, interesting, hardworking, entrepreneurial, innovative, and the most fun district to live in the state of Washington. So thank you for that question.
All right. Thank you so much, Representative Walen, for your thoughts and for your vision. And everybody, again, this is State Representative Amy Walen. She is currently our representative for Legislative District 48, and she is running to be senator for the same district. So, Representative Walen, do you have a website or something that you would like to share?
Well, thank you so much. Yeah. It's voteamywalen.com. It's AMYWALEN. And my cell phone is available at all times. My office and I work for you. Please reach out to me if there's anything I can do to be of service.
Okay, great. And you mentioned your husband's a Hyundai dealer, yes. So maybe you know some Korean. Should we say 감사합니다? 감사합니다. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.